Morning, Year 9. Hope everyone is well and safe. So, what we're going to start with today is your Paper 1 of GCSE PE. In Year 9, you will do Paper 1. Year 10, you will do Paper 2. The first part of Paper 1 that we're going to look at today is the musculoskeletal system. Section 1 at the top left, you have a labelled diagram of the skeleton. It is vitally important that you know the location and names of all of these major bones in the body. It may look like a lot, but you need to know them. A good way to learn this is to read through them, come up with ways of remembering the names, and then get somebody at home to test you. Get them to point at a bone in their body and you have to name it. Please make sure that you use the correct terminology. So for cranium, make sure you say cranium, don't say skull. Below that are the different types of bones. You have flat bones, long bones, short bones, and irregular bones. You need to be able to know what these types of bones do and then give examples in the body. So, talk about how a flat bone could be the cranium because it protects the brain, and flat bones protect vital organs. Below that, you have the functions of the skeleton. There are 6 of these: shape and structure, protection, support, storage of minerals, blood cell production, and movement. Again, this is something that we all need to know. So read through this, then get somebody at home to test you. Get them to say shape and structure, and you need to be able to explain it. Top middle, we have articulating bones. Now, articulating bones are bones that meet at a joint to enable movement. So at the shoulder, we have the scapula, the clavicle and humerus, and so on. Make sure you know these, okay? So when you move the shoulder, what bones are moving? When you move your elbow, what bones are working, and so on. Section 2, in the bottom middle, you have the 2 types of joints, a ball and socket and hinge joint. Make sure you know what type of joint is a ball and socket and what is a hinge joint. So read the definitions, then look above and say which one the shoulder is, the elbow is, etc. Type 3 are the types of movement. You have flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, rotation, plantar flexion, and dorsiflexion. Again, read the definitions and get somebody at home to test you. Make them do a movement, and then you have to say what that type of movement is. So if someone bends their elbow upwards, that is flexion. If someone straightens their elbow, it is extension. Section 4 is the muscular system. Very similar with the skeletal system, you need to know the name and location of all these major muscles. And once again, get somebody at home to test you. Get them to point at a muscle on their body, and you have to say the name of this muscle. If we go to the second page, this now is looking at the cardiorespiratory system. The top left, you have a number of definitions. So for the diaphragm, rib cage, mouth, nose, and so on. Using them and the definitions to have a go at labelling the diagram below, so where everything is. Below that is a definition for gaseous exchange. And then as we go to the right, we start to look at the heart here. So it gives you the pathway of blood and the way the blood goes around the heart. Make sure we know this. So read it through, read it through. Below that are a load of different definitions, okay, and the different types of blood vessels, so capillaries, veins, and arteries. Again, read through this and please get people at home to test you. The more you read and the more you test yourself, the better you will become at remembering them.